Welcome back, everyone. This is Xade, and we are down inside of our wonderful hole in the ground. And it's been a little longer than the last video. That is because I spent a few days doing just some kind of grindy things. I'll show you briefly some of that in this video. But then I kind of had one of those moments where I was like, okay, what do I do next? And I was like, I could build this farm, but I need this other thing, and I don't have any, so I could build that thing, but I need that other thing, and I don't have that, and I don't, yeah. So I spent like a day doing that, and then I got sick. I think I had food poisoning or something. It was a fun few days, and then I was like super drained, so recording was definitely not an option. But now I'm better, everything's cool, but during that time, I didn't want to do anything like really complicated or complex, so I was mostly just digging. I did a lot of digging, and I'm not going to show everything this episode because I found something that we're going to work on, but I did a lot of digging up above ground, and I did a lot of digging down here. The main thing I will show you, so if we come back around here where we were doing villager trading and stuff, there's a new nook in the wall right here. I came around all this stuff, and I had like this wall come around here, and that wall goes around there, and they both just connect to this main hallway over here. And I ended up with this just square right here, and I initially hollowed it out. I was just going to use it to store junk, and then I decided, you know, if I just squeeze everything in here just right, it's the perfect size for a storage room, and it actually holds a lot of stuff. So we finally have a storage room, which is cool. And I've got a lot more hallway dug out, did a little work on some of these little bits and pieces down here. Like I said, I did a lot of above ground transformation, but we're going to save that for later. Getting ready to experiment with a couple random things, including some viewer suggestions. But one of the many things that I decided that I wanted to try is one. Down here you see a rail line. It doesn't actually go anywhere yet. I'm going to do some experimentation with powering some farms that require a timer to occasionally trigger the farm. And I'm going to do some experimentation with villagers on minecarts that will have a track that takes a certain time to go around. And that time is basically every time they go past a certain point, they will like drive over a detector rail, which will send off a redstone signal and trigger the farm. I'm going to experiment with it. I don't know how it's going to work, but that is the very beginnings of it. The idea is various points throughout the base will have these kind of glass windows, either in the floor or in the walls, where you can see the villager just cruising around. I don't know if it's going to work. We will see. But one of the other things I decided to do is find the ocean monument closest to our base, and I did. And so I started this tunnel on the way because I was sick and I had nothing better to do. But this tunnel here was originally slightly to the left. I just want to show you this. It's pretty cool. So this tunnel, I found it above ground, and then I tunneled my way to it so I can slowly build a rail line and everything. But this tunnel goes all the way, goes a few hundred blocks that way, and then it turns and goes a few hundred blocks that way, and there's an ocean monument, which I hope to get to fairly soon. But you'll notice I had to make this little like nook around something here. So as I got kind of in this general area and I was working on things, I started hearing a lot of zombies above my head. Inside that little track I just showed you, I found a cave, and it kind of goes up and around and over. And I thought at the time that I had just found a nice dark spot, that the cave was probably like right above my head, and there were a bunch of zombies, and they were looking at me, and so they were just all above my head. But I went back to light it up, and finally, I found my first spawner in this world right here. It's a zombie spawner. That's why I was hearing so many zombies. I literally, if you can't see it anymore because I've dug all this out, but where I was digging, that tunnel, I'm not even kidding, this tunnel right over here, if we come this way, I'll show you where this tunnel originally went. So this tunnel, straight this way, went right here. It was these 2 blocks. I was literally 3 blocks underneath this zombie spawner. So that's why I was hearing them so well. So I've got to divert the tunnel now. I'm just going to kind of have it wrap around the zombie spawner and then keep going. And the idea is over here, right now we are going to set up a nice little XP grinder so that we can actually get a little bit of enchanting going. And all we've got to do, I got that whole room dug out, got the water flowing. This is just kind of an old classic, nothing fancy. Zombies are going to fall. They're going to get pushed in wherever they land. They're going to land in this water trap, which is going to take them down there, which is just a straight channel. And that pushes them, if I can get out, there we go. It's right beneath us here. Right, in fact, that is a half slab, and there's literally right underneath it. I can show you. They will drive right through there, and that tunnel will take them right underneath this stuff to the back of this wall. When they get right inside this, they're going to get pushed up through a water elevator, moved slightly forward, and land right here on this block. And this block is very important because this iron bar marks where we turn on the spawner and where they can sit outside it without counting towards its total count. If I were to remove this iron bar and walk forward to the other half of this block, it would turn off. So I put this here so I can stand right up against it and know that I'm still activating the spawner. And then also the zombies can pile up right here and not count towards its total, so it should just endlessly spawn and spawn and spawn and spawn, which is great. I really wish this wasn't a zombie spawner. Really anything else would have been more useful, but at least we can take the rotten flesh and get emeralds out of it, and it's free XP, so I'll take it. So what we're going to do right now, I have not tested this channel, I'm just hoping that it works, and we are going to wire it up real fast. I've kind of laid out what I think will work, and I have the supplies that I believe I need. So first what we're going to do is we're going to do a crusher right here, and it's got to be 2 blocks tall because of baby zombies, of course, have to ruin everything. So we need one at the baby zombie height and one at the other zombie's height. And then we want right above it, I need to replace this block. Let me grab some cobblestone. Right here, I want to add another, we need a transparent block. I'm just going to use glass, you could use half slabs, whatever. I want to, is that the right level? Did I put that too high without my silk touch pick? Let's see. There. Now we're good. Right above the cobblestone, is that where that is? Oh no, that is one too high. I screwed up. Let me go grab my silk touch pick because I don't have another piece of glass on me. But that block is so that when we get enough zombies into the area and we want to kill them off, we want to be able to close the tunnel so that no new zombies come in between the time, where are we? Silk touch. In between the time we crush the zombies down so that they're nice and softened and ready to be killed, and we actually kill them, we don't want more zombies falling in at full health, because that'll get kind of weird, because then you'll have some that are ready to be killed and some that are at full health, and that'll just kind of make some chaos that we don't want to deal with. Okay, let's get this at the right spot. We want to use a transparent block because we don't want to accidentally crush the zombies as they fall in. Let's just verify this. 1, 2, 3. Yep. We don't want to crush the zombies as they fall in, or the crusher that's supposed to soften them will instead kill them, and we don't want to do that. So, if we have this all correct, let's see if I can do this from the side. That would be easiest. Just stick any old temporary block there. We need that piston. Oh man, not there. We need it to face into that glass. Perfect. And perfect. These 2 blocks here are going to activate our crusher. Very good. Alright, those should hopefully be in the right place if we've got this all set up correctly. Now we need to build just a classic etho hopper timer, as most people call them. Basically all we're doing is just, am I building that at the right height? Yes. Okay. I'm just guessing on this. It's been a long time since I've done any redstone, so we'll see if this works. But the old etho hopper clock, this is just the vertical design. We have 2 hoppers going into each other. Comparator going out from each hopper on either side. We're doing it vertical, so we want redstone on top of a full block there. That way, basically whenever there's items in here, it goes out and powers that, pushes a piston over, which we then need right here. So a piston goes that way, and a piston goes that way. And then if we add a redstone block in between them, we are good to go with our clock, except I want that to sit naturally. Ah, my face. Give me that back. I want that to start on that side. Alright, so if we come out, let's go ahead and wire this up before we fill it in. To deactivate it so it only fires, you just saw it was going crazy, we want to put power to one side so it's permanently stuck that way, which we're just going to do with this redstone torch. And to activate the crusher, we just put a button right there, because if we push it, it'll temporarily turn that off, which will allow this to trigger 1 full cycle. And then, I need to get some junk items to throw in there, but that should, if we add redstone there and there, when that goes back the other direction, it should power both of those pistons while it's in action. Let me just, you know what, I can use dirt. If I recall, it's been a long time. I can't remember if it's 23 or 24. I feel like I used to do 24, and it sometimes killed them. So I may only want 23 in there. I gotta experiment with that. But if we put 24 in there, you can see it's not doing anything. If we push this button, it goes over to this side, powers that, and if we look in here, yeah, that's all closed off. That's getting zombie crushing. There it goes, it opens, that's perfect, and the system resets, so we're good there. My dog just started chewing her bone, so hopefully that's not making too much noise in the background. Let's see, then all we need to do is wire up that piece of glass, which if I remember correctly, I think I can put a lever right there, and I should just be able to go, that lever is on the other side of that block. So we're just going to redstone wire all the way around there, which should activate this glass. So let's test that. Can I see that? Can I see it now? Yes. There we go. Lever. Ooh, that's powering one too many. We need to raise that up. It's in the wrong spot. I also need to put that torch right there. Good check. Good check. Let's see. What's the O? So I guess it looks like I need to dig out right there. We've got this redstone low. So I should be able to move that there and redstone there. See if that'll work. It's been so long since I've done this sort of thing. No, it doesn't like that. What if, okay, little bud switchiness. I could do it with a torch. I know that, well, that'd be hard to, how do I make you not go and that go? Let's think. What's the easiest? Oh, no, that would power both. Oh, I got it. Break that. Break that. Ready for this magic? Block right there. Redstone on top of that block. Got it, nailed it. And just put a torch floating magically right there. Beautiful. I don't know why I just freaked out like that because the lever's on. So that is now closed. And that didn't open. What? Why didn't that open? That's now on. Wait, what? Oh, it freaked out before and then it left the block there. Open, closed, open, closed. I'll take it. Perfect. Alright, so those are both wired up. Let's make sure this is all lit up. Everything good in here? Yes. We're going to expand this a little bit to make a room afterwards, so don't worry about that. Alright, next we need that. And of course to keep baby zombies in. Half slab. And there's just one thing left to do, which is destroy all these torches and find out if it works. Alright, so I guess we're just going in. I think if I break that block out, I'll have an easier time getting out. So here's to not dying, letting in the zombies. Let's try to be as quick as we can. Can I get that one? Good, good. If I lose some torches, that's fine. Should have broke these first. There's a cave. Ugh. Yeah, like right there. So that's why I'm hearing skeletons in the background. I don't know if they're loud enough for you guys to hear. Oh no. Oh. I like that the zombie in the spawner actually has armor on. Which just, whoa, just changed. He just had enchanted leather on and now he has gold. Crazy. Alright, that torch can go. That's fine. We don't care about that torch. Close that. And fix this little wall. Test. So right now our zombie should be on his way. On his way down. I can hear a couple. There goes one now. He's got a pumpkin on his head. It must be Halloween. I just heard one taking damage. I'm not sure why. Must have got caught at the end and started drowning for a second. Okay, so let's just hang out right here for a second. Perfect. Got him. There they come. So that's beautiful. I'm going to chill right here for just a second. Well, we can test it with just a few. Let's see how it's working. So then at any point we should be able to close it. And no more new zombies should be able to fall in now. They'll fall above it. And if everything works, let's find out what happens. Did we leave 24 in there, I think? Let's find out if these die. The one that drowned died. Yep, 24 is too many. Okay. Open it up. And come over here. And steal one block. Let's see if 23 works better. I can't get out. How about 23? Does 23 work? Close it again. This is spawning in pretty quick. Alright, let's try 23. It's been a long time, like I said. I can never remember how many blocks it is. Wow, that still killed them all. Why do I hear zombies dying somewhere else? I think they're suffocating somewhere. I may have to check that channel a little bit. Oh, you know what? They just took fall damage right there. That's why they're dying. Okay. Well, let me cut for a bit and look at the channel. They're taking fall damage right there, which is the problem. So we're gonna have to deal with that. Just a minute. Okay, I messed around a little bit with a couple of options and I found 3 separate problems that we were having, in that we were getting damage from 3 different places that we don't want to be getting damage from, and that was making the timer kill everything. So the first was when they're getting pushed all the way up and being knocked back down, they were taking fall damage. Let me actually turn this sound down a little more. I don't know how loud it is for you, but it's very loud in my headset because there are a lot of zombies in there. So to do that, what I first did, I actually tried replacing here with a slime block, but you can punch a slime block in one hit. So if you aim wrong, you punch the slime block, and that was just going to create problems. So what I've done, I haven't tested this version out, but I think it'll work. I just knocked the block back one and put water 1 block behind, and that actually solves another problem, in that certain drops, if they fall in the very back corner, you can't pick them up with the bar here, so this way they'll just get flushed right towards us. So that should solve that problem altogether. Now the jumping up and down thing shouldn't be a problem, because as soon as we close the glass, they won't be able to jump up and down. So we're good there. The water being there, of course, when they fall, they won't take any fall damage. So that solves that problem. The second problem was that when the glass was closed, the zombies that fell and landed on the glass were taking damage, even though it was only a 3-block fall, because they were coming out of water and they were jumping down and turning it into a more than 3-block fall. So I just lowered the ceiling up there so they can't jump, which solves the second problem. But the third problem is actually something new that is going to be in 1.9, and I believe it has something to do with the entity changes, the same things that made it so you can't glitch through certain things, the same change that made it so item elevators are kind of messed up right now. All of those kind of things also messed with this. As I watched, I realized why they were all dying even when they weren't taking fall damage, is when the pistons pushed the 2 blocks out, it was crushing them, and then when they pulled the blocks in, it was pulling all the mobs with the blocks, and they continued to suffocate in the wall. So what I had to do to solve that is I actually had to come over here, and you can see I've actually removed that bottom piston for now. I don't know if I'm going to be able to change that. Now, as far as the adult zombies are concerned, no problem. It's still going to crush them. We're good. But every time I get a baby zombie in there, it's not going to be crushed, unless it happens to bounce up at the right time. It'll take a little bit of damage. We may just have to use a sword to kill the baby zombies. That's not a big deal. I can keep a bunch of stone swords over here, because sometimes they're only going to be like a 2-hit kill, and sometimes they're going to have armor. So we may want swords over here anyway, and I think that'll be fine if we have to occasionally kill a baby zombie. So let's go ahead and test this out. I can tell, let's see, actually, can I look? There's a good 70 zombies up there right now. Let's see what happens if we release some. You can see they're bobbing up and down right now, but if we close this, their heads get stuck. They can't jump up and down. Now let's test our crusher. I put it back to 24 items, so hopefully this isn't going to kill anybody. Just let it do its thing here. And if you watch their legs, see how they sucked over to the left? When they were doing that with 2 blocks, when they sucked over, they got pulled farther, and it was killing them in the wall. So let's give these guys some thwacks. You can see that guy died in 2 hits. The guys with armor are going to mess things up a little bit. But it looks like it's working. Yeah, I think this is going to work. And you can see the items, the XP and stuff, because the water's flowing towards us, that's just going to flow right out. So I think what I want to do, what we'll do is just kind of keep a chest over here. And in that chest, we'll just keep it filled with stone swords. Believe me, I need something to waste stone on, so that's almost helpful. Let's just go ahead and make a few. Oops, chucked my stone away. We'll just take that. Very good. We'll just take this over here, and we can just sit here and slice. And this way, all the regular zombies are going to be 1-hit kills. Certain protections, I think, might help against protection. Ooh, that guy's got thorns. How you doing? I'm not sure how many armor protections protect against crushing, so I'm not sure how many armors will be protected. We can also, of course, throw like harming potions, things like that in here. All valid options. I don't think the baby zombies are going to spawn enough to matter, so I don't foresee that being a problem. It does take a little longer to kill them in 1.9 because of the sword timer. You gotta kind of wait for a second. I wonder if I spam it, does that do enough damage? I don't think so, but I can't really tell. I'll have to mess around with it. Now it's definitely, if I super spam click, it doesn't. But that is going to do it for this episode. Next episode, I am not going to make any promises in what we're working on, but I've got a few projects started. Like I said, I've got the tunnel dug over to the Guardian farm that we're going to make. I've got some viewer suggestions getting prepared above ground that we're going to mess with. And gained 6 levels, not bad. I'm gonna have to make some junk chests over here for armor and probably get a nice little lava pool to throw all the crap into. But yeah, we might be trading with villagers, we might be working on a guardian farm, we might be working above ground, I don't know. I'm not gonna make any promises. We're gonna be doing something. Release more zombies. How many did we get? About 40, just in the time it took to kill those. We got about 40 more, so I think this will work. I do honestly feel, I don't know if it's something to do with the difficulty, because my local difficulty is down to 3.19. I guess that's still kind of update. 827. I don't know if it's just that the difficulty's high and so they're spawning faster, if something's changed or what. But I honestly feel like these zombies are coming out quicker than they used to, which is fine with me. But yeah, that's going to do it for this episode. Leave any comments. Leave any suggestions. I do love suggestions. I like working, kind of making this world to be our world instead of just my world. And, yeah, I think that's all for today. Thank you all for watching. As always, love to hear from you guys. Have a great week. I will see you next time. Bye-bye.